welcome back to Delightfully Southern Devotionals, where we are reading from this little book. And I don't know about y'all, but I am loving this little book. And from the comments I'm receiving, y'all are enjoying it as well. And I know that several of y'all have received this little book, and it is truly a blessing. So I've got my coffee in hand. So good. And we're going to open this little book and see what the Lord has for us. I have been in prayer all morning. I'm actually doing this a little later than normal because I've just been in such a place with the Lord in prayer. I don't know, it's like the past few days, He has just been so... I'm struggling with some things. I'm going through some things. I'm battling some things. And He is definitely letting me know that I am not alone, that He is with me through every step of these trials and things that I'm battling. And it has just been a wonderful experience. So let's see what He has for all of us today. So we're going to open our little book. Let's see. Uh-oh, I've already read both of those. Let's try a different one. Okay, here we go. So if you have this little book, we're going to start on page 57 and it's going to continue to page 58 and 59. Oh my goodness, it's a long one. So let's get started. It's under the grouping Keep Me At It. And the name of it, the title of it is Give Me Patience. Oh, Lord, something I struggle with. Okay, here we go. Oh God, give me patience. With this child who's telling his eager, long-winded story, let me keep smiling and pretending I'm enthralled. If I cut him off, he'll not only be hurt, he may not come to me with something really important next time. But dear Lord, help me to guide him gently to the climax soon. Oh God, give me patience with this baby who's dawdling over his food. He must eat, the doctor says, and I mustn't coax, threaten, or grab him and shake him as I'm tempted to, even though I know it would only make things worse and damage us both. Help me to sit quietly, waiting, learning patience. Oh God, give me patience with this boring old lady who wants me to look at all the pictures of her grandchildren and listen again to her oft-told tales. Help me to remember that I may be just as difficult someday and that by showing warm interest, I can add a little joy to her few remaining days. Let me love her instead of resent the time she's taking. Let me gain something from enduring the hour with her. Let me learn through her the lesson of patience. Oh God, give me patience as I wait for a friend who is late, or for a line that's busy, or for traffic to clear. Let me be fully aware of my surroundings as I wait, the feel of the chair upon which I sit, the passing parade of people, or the scent and color and sound of the very air. Help me to realize that no time is really wasted in this life, so long we are fully awake to the moment, so long as we are aware. Oh God, give me patience with myself, with my follies, my hasty words, my own mistakes, the time when I seem a hopeless bumbler, unworthy of friend or family, or the company of any human being, so that I get into a panic and think, why am I taking up space on the earth? Why can't I flee, vanish into eternity, simply disappear? Help me to stop wrestling with remorse, taking a futile inventory, waking up in the night to berate myself for things I ought to have done and things I ought not to have done. Reassure me, oh God, that there is health and hope and goodness in me, and that if I just have patience, they will take over. I'll become the person I want to be and that you expect me to. Wow, I can relate to everything she is saying. Oh my, definitely can. And y'all, I cannot tell y'all the times that I have been wide awake at night over things that I've said or done or didn't say or didn't do, or how I've said something or how I handled a situation. And, oh man, I really wish I would have handled that differently. And although I can't handle those situations differently, I can learn through them and apply patience and what I've learned. But oh my, patience is something I struggle with. But I'm gonna give you some hope. I am much more patient than I used to be. So I'm getting there. Not there yet. I still have things that I'm very impatient about, and I still have circumstances and situations that I'm not patient with at all. But through the grace of God, through trials, through circumstances, through situations, and things that are out of my control, I am truly learning patience. And it is something that years ago I prayed for, and then I realized I didn't need to pray for that, because when you pray for something, you tend to like be tested a lot to get the actual thing you're praying for. So when you pray for patience, you tend to be put to the test a lot. So in your testing and in your trials, you're learning patience. So I was like, oh Lord, I'm good on patience. But He's such a good God, and He knows me so intimately, and He has used my whole life. I can look back and see how He's used my whole life, and in His way, He has been teaching me patience. Now, that's not to say that I'm the most patient person. It's not even something to brag about, because I'm so not. But I am proud of the accomplishments and how far I have come, you know. But I think that we can all in some way relate to at least one of these little prayers that she's praying, whether it be for the long-winded stories that your kids are telling you, or the baby not wanting to eat, or the little old lady telling you the same story you've heard 100 times, you know, or the traffic, or, you know, the lines in the stores. And I mean, I think, especially in today's times, where we're so much more technical, meaning we have, you know, our phones are basically a computer. You can order anything and have it at your door within a day or so. We're such an instant gratification world, more so now than we was even when I was growing up. I look at kids now and they're just like instant gratification, and they don't know what it's like to pick up a landline phone and try to call somebody and the phone be busy. They don't know what it's like to write a letter and mail it, wait for them to receive the letter, to write another letter, to respond, to mail it back to you, to have to wait. They don't know what that's like. And I'm probably dating myself, but I mean, one of my first boyfriends, we lived, you know, 30, 45 minutes away, and we communicated through mail, because where we lived, our phone numbers were technically long distance. And if you don't know what that is, there was a time where you could only call certain numbers that were local that you wouldn't be charged for. And some phone calls or numbers were long distance and you would be charged a lot for. So yeah, this day and age, this generation, or several generations, don't even understand. They're so used to that instant messaging, texting, email, you know, and all of that. So I think maybe our generation, and if the ones before us, have a little more patience due to that than this current generation, but still I lack in patience. But I'm trying, and that's all we can do at the end of the day is try. We can do our best. We can recognize our weaknesses and we can work on those. And patience is definitely a weakness of mine, but I can honestly say, and I say proudly, and not with an ungodly, prideful, or look at me, but because I am proud of my accomplishments, I can say that I'm really proud of myself. Buster's having one of his little inward sneeze episodes. Let me go tend to him. I'll be right back. Okay, he's okay. Anyway, thank y'all so much for being here. I hope this encourages you, and I hope this makes you feel not alone, lets you know you're not the only one that struggles with having enough patience. But we do need to pray this prayer where she says, oh God, give me patience with myself. Be sure to have some patience with yourself, because you are worth it just as much as your family is worth your patience, and, you know, your coworkers are worth your patience, and, you know, the public is worth your patience. You are worth your patience. So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace. Continue to just pray and ask for God to guide and direct you. He will never lead you wrong. And we're going to get there. We are going to get there. So I love y'all. I hope this encourages you, and I pray that you are blessed and all of your needs are met. I pray if you're struggling and going through something, that God is right there with you, letting you know you are not alone, that He has got you. He has got us, y'all. We are not alone. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.